people that are difficult to see. You can hear me?
Yeah, hey, now I can see you. Okay. Welcome, Mr. Johan. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for making time this wonderful Sunday, because we know how busy you are, and more or less 24/7, you're always on the road. Do you sleep ever?
I sleep, but I do work a lot. But you know, we all need to work a lot. It is, it's part of the game. It's a tough and competitive world out there. Success and prosperity comes to the people who do dig in and work hard. It's the hard truth.
And you're a really clear example for every of us, because we know how hard you're working. We had a really rough time, and I know you don't like to tell about it, but you have won a really, really important fight. And we are all in the time for the COVID-19, the coronavirus. You've been attacked by it, and you won. You won the fight.
I mean, most do. Most people don't even have any signs at all. The younger you are, the easier it passes by. When you're getting up in the ages as I am, it does hit you worse. I spent 3 weeks with fever, not very high fever, but regular fever coming and going for 3 weeks, which is a long time to be sick. And then I had, as most coronavirus patients have, a horrible, horrible cough that was killing me. But I think the important thing to know that I really recommend everybody is, once you get it, you need to, and everybody's going to get it. There is no way of getting around this. They can lock it down, they can keep away for a couple of months, it will come back. Eventually, everybody will get it. And most people, 95% will not even feel that they have it. 4 or 5% will be moderately sick to sick, and less than 1% will actually die. And the ones who will die are the really old, and the really ones who are really sick already. So I think that the world has considerably over-dramatized the situation. I'm obviously not an immunologist. I'm not a doctor. I don't know anything about these things. But I think that people can have an idea and an opinion on this matter, even though they're not, because it's not just about healthcare issues. It's about turning the whole economies of the world upside down, ruining companies, ruining entrepreneurs, ruining families who will have to leave their homes, and taking away the food on the table for a number of people around the world. I think that it has been considerably over-dramatized. I think the panic and chaos that's been created by politicians trying to show that they're powerful and capable of making decisions has been terribly, terribly wrong. Being Swedish, where Sweden has been doing the opposite thing, saying that this is a disease, we have to go through it, everybody's going to get it, the mortality rate is going to be really, really low. I think that is the only way to do this, because there are other aspects to this than just the mere survival of every individual in the world. It is horrible, but we all have to die one day. So my only recommendation is when you get this, stay at home, stay in bed, take it easy, do not exercise, do not work, do not make physical activities until you're sure that you're really good, because this comes and goes for 2-3 times and takes for about 12 days. But as I said, most of you will not even get fever and won't have the problem.
But one of the things what the show this COVID is that all the companies, we have to be flexible. And this is one of the things what I'm really proud about Crowd1, how they adapt themselves to the situation. We have seen the amazing, beautiful online event what Crowd1 have organized. That was the one I saw you first time again on stage. I was really proud. Okay, he is there again. Happy to see you. And today, for those people that haven't seen it, it's there in the back office now and translated in 4 different languages. So it's subtitled. So if you haven't seen it, or you have some people that don't speak English, go watch the event online, because it's amazing. And it was literally, if Crowd1 can't come to you, if you don't come to Crowd1, because we cannot organize events, Crowd1 will organize the event and bring it to your home. And it was really a beautiful event what we have seen. It was really powerful messages.
I think what Crowd1 showed here is that entrepreneurship, true entrepreneurship, is all about adjusting, adopting, reorganizing, trying again, never giving up, always trying to find a way to your solutions. That goes for Crowd1 as a top company. It goes to each individual out there trying to sell and make a prosperity from this thing. It's all about commitment, changing problems into opportunities, finding solutions be able to enjoy these opportunities, and then never to give up and work hard. I also think that we did a very good, it was our first one, it's going to be better. You see the next one's going to be even better. You know, adapt, adjust. And I think that the foundation of Crowd One, the ability to work mobile, to work digitally, to have your tools in your hand, to work on distance, it is almost like it's our time to be. It's falling right into our hands, because this is what the company is all about. It's exactly what the world needs right now. I'd love us to work with social distancing. We want to, in every situation and every matter that we can, engage ourselves and work with you on social responsible issues. I want our company to work with social distancing to help communities and cities around the world to keep the lower rates of this virus as possible, even though it eventually will get us all. Even if we get some kind of vaccine in the future, this is something that's going to come back every year for a long time to go. So we need to adjust, not just working on mobiles today, but maybe forever. We need to work with social distancing in a way that we've not done ever before, and it may go on for a long time, maybe forever. So we want to be a responsible, socially engaged, socially sustainable company, and we want to show that we are dedicated to help and in every way we can to all these parts of the economy around the world.
Well, and what Crowd One of show always, this is a clear example. Crowd One knows exactly where, or you knows exactly where you want to bring this company, and the road to that company, to that destination, is not always the easiest road, and we find big blocks, but we always have to find, and you are finding always the solution to bring it. And it can take a little bit longer before we reach the destination, but that we're gonna reach that part. That is a thing for sure. Where are we now?
I think that it's important to say we don't know everything. We don't know everything. We are committed to where we want to go with this company, where we know where we want to be. We know what you need. You need jobs, you need revenues, you need profits. We need to find you the products that you can truly sell and make money on. We need to find products for you to use that are beneficial or more efficient or cheaper. We need for you to have products that you can recommend. If you're not a salesperson, not everybody is. It's much more difficult to sell than people imagine. We need products for you to sell for people who are committed, engaged, and who want to sell, who want to build organizations around themselves to sell a lot, to want to sell, to build a company, to want to become entrepreneurs. We want to give you a whole range of products depending on what your interests, backgrounds, and knowledge and capabilities are, so that we can spread products into your regions in a completely new and disruptive way, not by advertising where the customer acquisition cost resides with the large monopoly companies, Google and Facebook and Silicon Valley, but where customer acquisition costs for entrepreneurs around the world comes out into your pockets, wherever you are around the world, as sales commissions, and where these products come into the markets maybe 10 or 15 years before they would have without this type of a network. So, you know, it's difficult in many terms. We are criticized in some countries because they don't understand what we were. We criticize also because we, at the beginning, were communicating things that we couldn't really elaborate around in a way that people understood what we are. And ICT, the reason ICT is coming into this and what I want to do with ICT, and the reason why it's important to understand the difference between Crowd One and ICT, is that ICT wants to be completely compliant to all laws and legislations around the world. We will not have any financial instruments that is against the laws and legislations of the different countries we are, like we have been criticized in Philippines and Paraguay. We do not have that. We will not have that. We're not going to do anything that does not comply to the laws. We are going to have, we already have products in our system. I don't think we have as many products as we need, and where you can make as good commissions and provisions as you will for the products, but we will, and we're working extremely hard to improve the sales packages that we have, to multiply them, to spread them over a wider range of knowledge and capabilities, to be more accurate to the types of contents and knowledge that you need to become successful. We have the magazine, we're adding some of the gaming and lotteries, and we're adding a number of different things that's going to be easier and easier to sell, give more and more profits, make more and more of an importance for you guys. But I need you to understand that this is not done overnight. I need you also to believe in our sincerity and long-term perspectives of ICT to give you this. I would never work in a company that did not have the absolute core interest to bring and drive good things, do good to society, sustainability, so resilience, where we can help drive growth in developing countries through trade, where we can supply people with jobs who need them, where we can accurately give products that will give you the revenues that you need to be able to live on this. And much more so if you build large corporations, large networks, and you make sure to supply and help everybody in your downline to become successful. You have to take the same type of responsibility and commitment as we do to have your downline work and be engaged and committed and patient. You know, the critics that we are getting around now for some of the parts, a lot of people, a lot of competitors of ours are really wanting us to fail, wanting us not to be able to show up with the products and the things that we want to do, but we're going to show them because together we are an amazing team. I can even understand why people want to be part of Crowd One, not even to consume, to recommend or sell, but just to be part of it because of the energy, the commitment, the lovely people that I have met in Asia and Africa, and I can't wait to get to South America, get back to Africa and Asia as well, of course. But the lovely people I have met, the people that are truly passionate about wanting to build their communities around them, wanting to help their downline, wanting to raise people up to get a better life. We will, my team will, we will break our backs to find you these products and to answer up to any government around the world, to any critics they have, and turn, if there's something wrong with our business, we will turn it wrong to be compliant to the markets where they are. So if you're in markets where they are criticizing us, you have to understand that you have to answer to the laws and the legislations of your countries, as we will. But we will work very fast as we can to get into a discussion and resolve any outstanding issues and create a method and a product, a company that is compliant to the markets where they are. There are a few countries around the world where we will never be able to enter, or not for a long time. It's like America and the countries that America has banned for political reasons. But in all other countries where we are present, we will do our utmost to answer up to the laws and legislations of these countries and to become compliant. If that would be impossible, we will have to pull out of these countries. But I don't think that there are any countries, or at least an utterly few countries, where we will not be able to resolve these problems in the long run. So, and let me also please advise you, and remember, not just advise, but to tell you, it's important now during this time of the year that you make your taxes, you fill in your taxes, you pay your taxes. This is something that needs to be done. It is something that's in our terms and conditions, that you are responsible for the income that you're making and paying the taxes in the countries where you are. If we're going to be a successful, long-term, sustainable and resilient company, I want to put this company on the stock exchange to show and prove how long-term and how good this company is and the potential in this market and the good we want to do to your regions. You have to support us and being loyal and do the things on your side that needs to be done. So I hope you can understand that this is a process, that we need to convince a lot of people around us of our sincerity. We have to prove our sincerity through the compliance and transparency that we're working with. I will find you the products. I guarantee I will find you the products. If you stick in there long term, I will find you the products so that you can sell and take yourself from where you are to where you want to be, wherever that means.
Well, I had a long list of questions, but you have answered them all in once in this conversation. But I think the key word, what you're saying now, is really that the part, be patient. We know how hard the whole company is working, especially you, to find all the products. And this time what we are living, don't make it much easier because there's restrictions can be moving. But I know I'm sure 100% that you're gonna deliver all our people and the company everything we need. Just be patient. Just give the opportunity to the company to develop and bring them all. We are just here. We just arrived. It's just 1 year that we are operating. And if you see the amazing growth what the company is passing through, and it's the last 2 months, it like ages, the company couldn't move in any place. So in the grow, I think by the end of the year, we are fully operating. I'm convinced that you will bring the company where you want to have. And this is a long term. We are here for how long? 10, 20 years? I don't care for the rest of the life. So we'll be long time here.
I think there's a couple of really important things to understand. The company is less than a year and a half old. ICT, Crowd One is less than a half and a year old. ICT was put up on the 10th of December, and we're still not ready with all the legal work that we need to do to have this completely up and running and taking over all the assets and liabilities of the companies. And we're 5 million people in this network. It's one of the fastest growing companies in the world. And of course, that makes everybody look at it. That raises suspicion. That makes people criticize, not to mention jealous. A lot of people are very jealous of what has been created here. And honestly, I would have loved us to be only 1 million and have the 5 million that's come in over the last couple of months in half a year's time, but we're not there. We have to face realities. We are more successful. We're growing faster than we could have ever dreamt of, than we could have ever believed. And because of that, we are behind in recruitments and the product development and some of these things, but we will get these things out there. We will get these things out there. And you have to just bear with us and understand, even if you start a small restaurant in Sweden, where I come from, a restaurant counts on 1,000 days before it becomes profitable. This is a restaurant that might have 150 people per night, with 5 million people in 170 countries, and it's been created in a year and a half. It is an amazing achievement. And because of that, it is also putting amazing amounts of pressure on us. If you look at Herbalife, they have 2.8 million people in their network, so they're half our size about. They have 3,800 employees. We have 5 million people with 45 employees. We have to work hard, but we also have to grow our domestic processes. Technology-wise, we have to catch up. We have to recruit people, and all of these things. Everything is equally important for you in the long term. That we have everything, that we have the compliance team of working, of finding now the people in the Philippines to talk to. How do we talk to them when they haven't really approached us? How can we get into their system? What issues is it they have? How can we adjust it? This is one country out of 170. We need to have this legal network to be able to comply to all these products. We need to find the products that we have. The products that we find need to be integrated into our platform, our system, to be able to supply you with what you need. And then we need to build the accounting system, the compliance, the transparency, the recruitment, to build a platform that's your communicative platform, to improve the educational programs. So I hate to say that you have to wait. I hate to say that this is taking more time than we had expected. I hate to say that we had not realized that there were so many problems with the gambling site, that every single country has different laws and legislation that has prolonged the process of doing this. But you must understand yourself, we have 5 million people who want us to find products for them to sell. Can you imagine going to companies now saying, we could sell your products? And they would say, how many salespeople do you have? 5 million. We will get amazing products. Once we get these products, even if there's sometimes they might be silly, because we might just want to make a test to prove things. Let's say we would sell a book. If we could sell 2 million books or 15 million books, it's ridiculous in terms of revenue for you and for us, but it would show the whole world a power that's never been seen before in the world. And that will get us into more and more profound and exciting things. We are looking at so many things that's going to come out over the next couple of weeks and months. I'm not going to, of course, tell you any of these things, because that's Jonas, who runs the network, who runs the sales and promotions, who's fantastic at this, probably the best in the world, who's responsible for all of that. But I promise you, we are working so hard, and we're finding so good products, and we're doing so much. But be patient, be with us, be long-term, be resilient, and take care of your downlines. Help people that need help. Be responsible yourselves as well. And we will do something fantastic together.
I think this last message is really important and really powerful message. Thank you very much. I hope everybody understand now that they give the company time to work, and I think they understand it now. We are just here at the start. I think that's a really powerful message to end this interview. I want to give the last word to Mr. Rens. I want to thank you very much for your precious time, Mr. Johan. I know how busy you are, and especially now, even in Sunday, you're working all over to give the company, to give the people what we want and what we need. And I know that we'll be there. And when, I don't care. I know it will be there. And that's the most important thing. We are here for a long time. Rens, are you here?
I just want to thank you and Rens as well for the tremendous job you're doing, the commitment you're putting in. You know, if people understood how hard you guys work, and people like Ant and Magnus and Bjorn, you know, I'm amazed at the passion and commitment on the top leader side. And I love the passion and the people that I meet when I come out to the events around the world. And I can't wait to get back on traveling again, because I'm a people person. I love people, and I'm a very sentimental and emotional person. It's so important for me that I will find these products for people way down in these networks to be able to sell and make money and get a better life. I would hate myself if I failed. And I want my kids to be proud of me and what I do. And I think they will if I can help making your regions around the world a better place to live in.
We are here 100% committed, 100% focused, and we stay here for long term, together with you, together with the whole company, no doubt about it. And we